Whether you're writing or recording, let's face it, content marketing just takes way longer than most of us would like, and we could all use some help making sure content gets out the door on time and as polished as possible. So in this video, we're going to go through 15 different tasks you can delegate and begin to outsource for every single budget level. So timestamps below, along with some other helpful videos to actually using my favorite platform, Online Jobs PH, to find a great assistant to help you with your content. And of course, there's always Upwork if you don't like that particular platform. So the very first thing that you should delegate as a content creator or entrepreneur or small business owner is going to be the promotion. So we're actually going to start at the very end of the content process, assuming that you are creating the content or someone else is already on your team creating that content. And there's three things I recommend here. And the reason I recommend starting here is because it's going to be the lowest cost and easiest to pass off. And for just $3 to $5 an hour, you can hire someone part-time or just hire a contractor to help you with file management, making sure all of those files are saved to the right place in your virtual drive. And then of course, actually going through the process of posting your content and then going to the other platforms that you post on to promote that content as well. So the advantage here is this person doesn't have to have a really strong spelling and grammar in your particular language, because all they're doing is copying and pasting content or just uploading a video someplace. So this is where I definitely recommend starting. Now, the second place is going to be writing. And there's three different places that you can begin to delegate your writing, just depending upon your budget. And if you do your own content writing, I highly recommend you check out a tool called conversion.ai. It is a artificial intelligence where you can just, with a couple inputs, it can actually help you write entire blog posts. And it has become instrumental to us in writing ads for ourselves and our clients and landing pages and other marketing. But in the context of actual content creation, this is a tool that can help really make your time super efficient when it comes to writing, because you have an AI helping you out. So I'll leave an affiliate link in the description. If you do decide to purchase, we receive a small commission as a way to help support this channel. Now, if you want someone to actually do part of the writing process for you, then I recommend starting with someone who's going to be outlining your content. And then you go ahead and fill in that content. So if you ever struggle with just the blank page syndrome, you know what keyword or you know what you want the post to be about, but there's kind of a gap between you actually getting into your rhythm and flow and having that kind of topic ready to go, then hiring someone who's really experienced, I'd recommend going to Upwork for this one, but hiring someone who's really experienced in just creating content or in your niche or industry, then you're going to just blast through that blank page syndrome and go straight into writing. It's really, really nice. And it's a nice little boost without having to fork over all of the money to actually have the whole thing written. Now, the second thing you can do is hire someone to do research for you. So if you already know your topic, you know your keyword, you can have a virtual assistant go through and find all the links, find all the articles, comb through all of the data. And then that way, when you sit down and write, you can actually focus on condensing all that information as opposed to looking for it. And of course, finally, you can just hire someone to do all the writing for you. And when it comes to that, you're probably going to pay anywhere from 5 to 10 cents per word. You can check out a site called Writer Access if you don't want to go through Online Jobs PH or Upwork, and they've pre-vetted people. And we've used it a couple times and gotten some pretty good results with it because they've pre-vetted all the writers, and you have a lot of help when it comes to finding the right one. Now, this next part is going to be editing, of course. So whether you're recording a podcast or someone helped you write the script or you're doing a full-on blog post, everything needs to be edited, right? Even videos like this one. We have an awesome editor that cuts out all the ums and ahs and the pauses and all those times that I inevitably forget what I'm going to say next. And if you're dealing with budget constraints, remember that you don't actually have to have every single video, podcast, or blog post that you make edited by someone else, even if you can only afford to have maybe half of them or once or twice a week, that's totally okay. You can always work your way up. So there's a kind of fallacy that I have to delegate all of it at once. Maybe it's just one post a week that you get edited, and then you still have to do the editing for your other podcast or your other videos, and then you just work your way up. So just keep in mind that you can scale these. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Of course, with an editor, just depends on whether they're editing a blog post or they're actually editing a podcast or video, it's going to cost you anywhere from $15 to $75. And then of course you can also go and hire someone who can improve your content as well. So just keep in mind that improving your blog post is very different than just having someone edit for spelling and grammar. Now this next one is going to be graphics. And to get the biggest bang for your buck, if you're going to be paying a designer, is to have them make an infographic for your post. So of course this is going to be more in the video and blogging as opposed to podcasting, but I guess you could have someone make your thumbnails if you don't want to use a free tool called Canva to make your thumbnails. Although I recommend doing that instead of delegating that if you're on a tight budget. So anyway, I digress. What's really great about having infographics is you can have whoever your designer is, they can cut them up so you'll have individual elements of the infographics, and it's a very quick and easy way to spruce up a video or a blog post. And of course, you can always have the graphic designer make more for your posts. Or if you are on a really tight budget, you can have your virtual assistant, most likely the same person that you've already hired to do your posting. They can actually go through and using something like Envato Elements or Canva, they can make some basic graphics or use stock images or stock footage to add to whatever you're working on. Now, I wouldn't recommend having a virtual assistant go and start editing your videos because that's a completely different skill set. But with written content for blogs, that is a way to go to help spruce up your content using stock images, but not you spending your time looking at them. So having a virtual assistant do that for you can save you quite a bit of time. Now, this last one, of course, is where we all want to get to as content creators or content marketers, and that is going to be syndication, right? This is where you're actually paying someone to take your video, turn it into a blog post, take your podcast, turn it into a video or a blog post, or vice versa. It just goes around in a circle, right? So here is a chart of the approximate cost that you might be looking at in order to hire someone to take your current content and change mediums, or go ahead and create content specific for some social media platforms. Now, this is different than just promoting your content on other social media platforms. Because when we were talking about promotion in the beginning, we were just talking about going to Facebook if you posted a new YouTube video and then just posting a link to the video and uploading the thumbnail, as opposed to here, we're actually making new content specific for that platform and in the context of how content is created for that platform. And of course, here we are just having someone change the medium or splice up a longer post into shorter posts that can go out to other platforms. This is going to be the most expensive. And of course, this is the last one on the list for that reason. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have some ideas of what you can do to begin to delegate the arduous process of creating content. Make sure you check out that link in the description for the process that we go through to hire on Online Jobs PH. Of course, you can use our same templates for Upwork as well. So hit that like button, subscribe for more marketing videos and outsourcing videos just like this one. And until the next, keep building the business. Are you kidding me? So hit that like button, subscribe for more content marketing and outsourcing videos just like this one. And until the next, keep building the business you love.